Dr. Bloomer, how do supplements fit into an overall hierarchy of an approach for optimal health in your lifestyle?
Well, in my opinion, as an exercise physiologist, an exercise scientist with a strong background in nutrition and doing research with supplements, personally, I feel as though people need to focus, first in terms of overall health. They need to focus first on the exercise and physical activity component. So people need to be as physically active as they can be, given their lifestyle and whatever limitations they may have. And within the physical activity component, they need to perform regular structured exercise. And that hopefully will involve both aerobic exercise or cardiorespiratory exercise, as well as resistance exercise, i.e. weight training exercise, and preferably flexibility exercise or stretching exercise. And that should be done depending on the individual on most days of the week. So 3 to 5 days per week, I think, would be ideal.
To do this every day.
Well, depending on, again, the individual schedule, if they could perform aerobic exercise 3 to 5 days a week for 30 plus minutes per day, I think that would be great. If they can perform resistance exercise 2 to 3 days per week for, again, 30 to 40 minutes,